Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon and Geeky Sparkles sitting videos out today. She is out and about doing some Christmas shopping. So you're stuck with me, and that means I'm going to talk about tech news because that is what interests me. We're going to talk about this situation with Twitter. Apparently, a U.S. startup wants to reclaim the Twitter trademarks. They're saying that Elon Musk has abandoned Twitter because he rebranded the platform as X, and now they're arguing that the trademark is up for grabs. I don't know if that's how it works. I'm going to be honest. Usually when one company buys another company, they get all the trademarks, even if they don't use those trademarks necessarily. We had a whole situation with TSR. TSR, the original publisher of Dungeons and Dragons, and there was another company that came in and tried to get the trademark, or they got the trademark, but then they tried to market themselves as like the heir to the original TSR, even though Hasbro owned all that stuff. And then there was a legal kerfuffle. So I don't know how this is going to go, but it's a very interesting situation because this is also kind of what's going on with Vine, where Elon Musk has, he's talked about bringing Vine back. He hasn't brought it back, but then Jack Dorsey, who's the founder of Twitter, is talking about doing his own Vine. So I don't know, guys. We're going to take a look at this. Does anybody want Twitter to come back? Do you honestly want Twitter to come back? Because the closest thing to Twitter that we have now is BlueSky. And, they're talking about it too, but BlueSky is dying. And part of the reason that BlueSky is dying is it is literally the worst of 2017, 2018 era Twitter, all in one place, distilled without normies to offset it. Now, I actually was invited to BlueSky when it very first started. Like, I was invited within the first couple of weeks, and I've been kind of quietly just hanging out over there watching the shit go down. But when it first started, I will be honest, BlueSky was not bad. It was empty, but it wasn't bad. It actually felt like Twitter from 2012, which I think was kind of the glory days of Twitter, back before everything was political. And you could still find a bunch of funny cat videos and video game news and comic book news. And that's what I was there for. And to talk to other people that were doing webcomics. We were doing webcomics at the time. And then 2016 broke everybody, right? And then by 2017, 2018, it was being used. Twitter was being used to cancel people. And it was ground zero for cancel culture, along with Discord, which I freaking hate Discord. So we're going to talk about that. But we'll talk more about BlueSky's numbers. We're going to talk about this situation. Before you get into any further, please subscribe if you like the content. Subscribe for more pop culture, tech news over here on Clownfish TV. This is coming from Reuters. U.S. startup seeks to reclaim Twitter trademarks abandoned by Musk's X. Okay. Fledgling social media platform has asked the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office to cancel trademarks for Twitter so it can take them for itself, contending that billionaire Elon Musk's X Corp has abandoned them. Yeah, because he rebranded everything. The Virginia-based startup Operation Bluebird said in its December 2nd petition it wants to be allowed to use Twitter and tweet for a rival social media platform called Twitter.new. It also filed an application to trademark Twitter. The petition was filed by Stephen Coates, a former trademark lawyer at Twitter, who now serves as Operation Bluebird's general counsel and runs a small law firm. Isn't that interesting? I find that to be very interesting. Musk bought Twitter in 2022 for $44 billion. He massively overpaid for it, by the way, and rebranded it as X. Operation Bluebird's filings contended that X has eradicated the Twitter brand from its products, services, and marketing. Yes, it has. Musk in 2023 said in a post on X the company would bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually all the birds. X did not immediately respond to a request for comment. I don't think this is going to go through, especially if this guy has a connection to old Twitter. I mean, my personal opinion, even if Musk is not buying it, everybody knows X was Twitter. Everybody knows it. Just like when Hasbro bought TSR, they bought the trademark too. They forgot I guess what happened with TSR, and I was kind of on the ground floor of this whole thing when it went down. Hasbro forgot to trademark TSR. So another guy took the TSR name and then proceeded to give the appearance of being the original TSR or the heir to the original TSR, which caused brand confusion, and then the wrath of Hasbro descended upon him. He also poked the bear repeatedly. That's a whole nother issue. But the argument was that everybody knew Wizards of the Coast bought TSR and Hasbro bought Wizards. That'd be like somebody trying to say, hey, we're going to make another 20th Century Fox. Well, Disney bought 20th Century Fox, and they bought all the assets for that. I don't think you can just go start another 20th Century Fox because they're not calling it 20th Century Fox anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just an opinion. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but that seems to be the way that it works. But this guy is a lawyer, and he's saying, yeah, I can do that. He said, X legally abandoned the Twitter mark. The rebranded X does not feature Twitter's famous Bluebird logo, and the platform has migrated from twitter.com to x.com. Yeah, but if you still go to twitter.com, it will redirect you to x.com. X Corp's 2023 renewal registration for the Twitter trademark was approved last year. Josh Gerben, an intellectual property lawyer who is not involved in the dispute, said X would face obstacles defending its ownership of the trademarks if the company no longer uses them. But he said X could try to block Operation Bluebird's commercial use of Twitter, even if the cancellation is successful. Gerben called Operation Bluebird's challenge an interesting test as to whether or not X will invest in protecting a brand they no longer want to use. Just throw the bird on a t-shirt and make retro Twitter merch. Or refer to it as, X formerly Twitter. I don't know. I mean, I get that he wants to get away from Twitter. Who the hell would want to, own it? Twitter was such a fucking dumpster fire by the end of it. Who would want to be responsible for that? Who'd want to incorporate that into your branding? But also, everybody knows it's that. Just, again, throw it on a t-shirt. Bird lives matter. I don't know. Do something with it. Use the Twitter brand as like the name of a forum or something. You can do something with it to make sure you still continue using it, right? In the case of Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro and all that, they were still publishing the TSR modules on DriveThruRPG digitally. It was a legal oversight that they forgot to renew the trademark. So you got to watch that. I mean, there's all kinds of loopholes. This is why, as a Transformer collector, it's kind of annoying that every year we get new Optimus Prime and a new Megatron and a new Starscream and a new Grimlock and a new Bumblebee. And the reason they do that is because they're trying to protect the trademarks, because they lost, I guess Hasbro lost the trademark to Megatron at one point. So because they went for several years without making any Megatron toys. So because of that, now they're like, yeah, we're going to just keep making these same 5 or 6 characters that, like, the core characters, we're going to make them over and over and over and over again. And it is kind of annoying. I would like to see some new characters. I'm just saying. So we could talk about, here's the website, by the way, Back With Your Ex. Yeah, there's a reason we broke up. Bitch was crazy. That's why we broke up. Twitter was insane. Let's see what people are saying about this actually out on BlueSky. We're going to go BlueSky, which BlueSky basically is Twitter at this point. I mean, it really is. Let's see. TuneHive has it. A social media startup is asking the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office to cancel Twitter trademarks, arguing Musk's X Corp has abandoned them. There it is from Reuters. This person says, why bother trying to revive the Bluebird after Musk killed it? BlueSky has already proven itself as the proper alternative return to form. True. Well, they're going to say that over there. Okay, but will it be better than old Twitter? I still refuse to call X. Same here. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to stick to BlueSky. BlueSky basically is it. I mean, wouldn't it be weird if this guy who was actually the Twitter lawyer or a lawyer for Twitter somehow got the trademark and then turn around and gave it to BlueSky and then they basically just resuscitate Twitter? Like you just took Twitter and you moved it over there because that's what they've done. Now, here's the thing. BlueSky is not doing well. This is according to Fox News. But I'm going to be honest with you here. I don't think BlueSky is doing well because there have been several articles from left-leaning political rags basically saying that BlueSky has gone too far. The BlueSky will cancel you for any infraction. BlueSky has tried to cancel Mark Hamill and Rob Reiner, for God's sake. So the only way to stay in BlueSky's good graces now is to tweet anti-Trump stuff 24/7, anti-ICE stuff 24/7. That's like the only way. Like, I really would love to go back to just talking comics, video games, retro stuff, funny cat videos, funny dog videos, not sad dog videos, because those are on Facebook. And really just kind of go back to that. But I don't think there is any new normal for social media. I think we've let the genie out of the bottle, and you can't put the genie back in, right? So this is coming from Fox. So take it for what it's worth. It's coming from Fox. BlueSky's active users plummeted following Trump's election win, while Truth Social made modest gains. I keep forgetting Truth Social exists. Other than it being Trump's personal social media, I keep forgetting it exists. Does anybody out there use it? Do you guys use it? I don't use it. I've never signed up for it. I guess signed up for Parler. God, years ago for like 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, it sucks. It's like, I'll just leave Twitter. I'm not using Parler though. It's stupid. According to a Forbes report published on November 7th, BlueSky's daily active user count dropped sharply after Trump's 2024 election victory, while his platform Truth Social saw modest gains during the same period. While BlueSky's main competitor X also saw a decline in daily active users. Forbes noted that BlueSky, so this is coming from Forbes. Forbes noted that BlueSky experienced a much steeper decline than other major social networks over the same period. BlueSky's number of average daily active users on mobile devices worldwide is down 39% year over year as of the end of October, according to data from SimilarWeb, which SimilarWeb is actually pretty accurate. At least it was back in the day. A digital market intelligence company, a much steeper decline than other major social media platforms. Okay, so where did this come from? This come from Forbes. Connor Murray. Okay. 39.8%. Wow, it's not good. BlueSky's traffic held steady for a few months, slightly rising from 5.8 million average daily users to 6 million March of 2025. Yeah, because that's after the election and after Doge. I mean, BlueSky was on fire after the election and after they started rolling out the Doge stuff, because all the political people, the left-wing political people, went over to BlueSky. But BlueSky's been eating itself. So traffic began to plunge every month afterward, hitting a low of 3.5 million daily active users on mobile. Uses of X also dropped 13% year over year. People are just getting tired of it. I think people are getting tired of social media. X's decline stands in stark contrast to the Meta-owned text-based social media platform Threads, which saw a 53% surge in average daily active users over the same period and overtook X. That is interesting, and I'll tell you why. Because people are going to Facebook, to Instagram, to Threads. It's an all-in-one solution, right? You're using Meta. It's an all-in-one solution. Like Facebook itself might be dead. Facebook doesn't feel like it's very lively now. But Instagram definitely is alive. Instagram's actually doing very well. So yeah, I can, and Threads is an offshoot of that. I can totally see that, but nobody talks about that. You notice, like, nobody talks about Threads, but people are using it, but nobody's talking about it. Trump's own social media platform, Truth Social, grew in average daily users on mobile devices by 32%, though the traffic for the platform varies widely month to month and appears to spike only after Trump makes big announcements on the platform. It's basically his personal blog. That is my takeaway from Truth Social. I've never been on it. He only created that because he was booted off of every other platform, right? But that is very interesting. BlueSky is definitely dropping. I just think it's crazy, but I don't think bringing Twitter back is going to help. I think at this point, like, starting any microblog platform, right? If you have your own thing, that's one thing. And that's what BlueSky was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a decentralized version of Twitter. Anybody could have an instance of whatever, and you could moderate it the way you wanted to, just like installing a forum on your own private server. But they basically just replicated Twitter. And I think that was a huge mistake. If somebody would do something like that, but let you install it on your own host, and you are responsible for your own moderation, like you want to keep certain people out, you want to geek it, whatever, that's fine. I'd be okay with that. I think that would actually be a good solution. I think we're going to have a decentralized web. I think people are getting very tired of the moderation or lack of moderation or over moderation or whatever on all these platforms. And people are going to look for alternatives, and they're going to be like, yeah, I want to talk to my friends online, but I don't need, the freaking village idiot popping into my mansion taking a shit on me when I'm just talking to my friends on social media. So yeah, I think maybe that if that's what this is going to do, then cool. If not, somebody will come up with a solution for it, I guess. Anyway, very interesting times. I think a lot of people are going to ditch social media just completely. I really do. I think it's again, I think it's a kind of a weapon of mass destruction for our intellect, our emotions, our psyche, our well-being. It's a virus. You want to talk about the mind virus? I think all of social media is a mind virus. Just personal opinion. We got to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.